A former Trump State Department worker charged with assaulting police during the Capitol riot, Federico Klein, was seen wearing a Make America Great Again hat while trying to force his way inside the building, assaulting officers with a riot shield, according to court documents. Those documents also say he was still working for the State Department on January 6th with a top-secret security clearance. Klein resigned on January 19th before President Biden took office. State Department spokesman Ned Price saying the department will not comment on pending criminal charges. NBC News Justice correspondent Pete Williams joining me now. Pete, I understand Klein had a hearing earlier today. What came out of that?
Well, he's going to be continued to be detained until a hearing next Tuesday on whether he should be held pending trial. You're right about his background. He worked for the Trump campaign. He was then appointed to a low-level political job at the State Department. He's accused of repeatedly battling with the Capitol Police in Washington during the riot. He had resigned on the 19th. So, as you say, he was a federal employee on the day of the siege. And the charges say he assaulted the police with a plastic shield. The FBI found out about him because two people who knew him contacted the FBI after seeing his picture. But during the hearing today, he asked the judge by phone from his D.C. jail cell if there was someplace else he could be detained where he didn't have cockroaches crawling everywhere, and a public defender said he'd be in a different cell tonight.
Pete, another issue I want to ask you about, Congressman Eric Swalwell suing former President Trump over the Capitol riot. He is also naming Donald Trump Jr., Rudy Giuliani, and Congressman Mo Brooks in this suit. What is Swalwell's particular argument here, and does he have a real case?
Well, he takes basically the House impeachment article over the Capitol riot and turns it into a federal civil lawsuit. It says that the siege was a direct and foreseeable consequence of months of claims by Mr. Trump and others that the election was stolen. As you say, it's also filed against Trump Jr., Rudy Giuliani, and Congressman Mo Brooks, all of whom spoke at that rally before the riot. And the lawsuit says they whipped up the crowd for violence. So this is like a similar lawsuit that was filed last month by Congressman Benny Thompson of Mississippi and the NAACP. Like that one, it invokes a federal civil rights law that allows lawsuits against government officials for claims that they conspired to violate civil rights. So that's the essence of these two lawsuits that he now faces.
All right, Pete Williams, thank you so much and have a terrific weekend.
You too.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.